Welcome to week 2 of our online video devotions here at Liberty Point Baptist Church. This week we're going to be focusing on relationships. You know, we all have lots of different relationships, whether it be people that we would consider to be family and friends, or whether it be people that we work with and have work relationships with. But all of our relationships, I believe, have a purpose and have a particular meaning in our life. In John chapter 1, we read of the calling of the first disciples, and particularly beginning in verse 43, we read of two men by the name of Philip and Nathanael. Philip meets Jesus and gets to see who he is, and the first thing that he does is he goes and finds Nathanael to tell him that he needs to come and meet Jesus as well. You see, their relationship had some value to Philip, and because of that value, he wanted to share Jesus with Nathanael because he had met this man that was so unbelievable, and he'd been the one that they had been waiting on. You see, we all have relationships for a specific reason. You have your circle of influence, those that you come in contact with, that maybe even other people don't have that relationship with them. I pray that we would use our circle of influence, that we would use our relationships to point people to Christ. And so my challenge for you this week is, after you take time to read John chapter 1, beginning in verse 43, about Philip and Nathanael, that you would then begin to pray for that person that God has placed upon your heart, that one individual that you want to point to Christ because you have that relationship with them. And then we'll begin to pray not only for God to open up their heart, but that God would give you opportunities to use your relationship to be able to share with them what God has done for you and what he could do for them as well. So thank you for joining us this week, but I do challenge you, after we finish here, to pray for the one person that God has placed upon your heart, and then pray that God would give you opportunities to be able to point them to Christ. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to hearing stories about the one that God has placed upon your heart that you have a relationship with.